Okay, so this is my backward design stage 2, so that's determining evidence. So this is for my ELA reading goal, which was to have the students understand that the illustrations in the book relate to the text. So for my first piece of evidence was something called Draw It. So given a line from the story, the students will have to draw a picture that relates to the line that is given to them. And then the teacher will compare the student's picture to the actual picture in the book and look for similarities. The second is a story cube. So there will be a cube, and on the cube, there will be different pictures from the story. And the students will roll the cube that has a picture of the character or a picture of the setting. And determining on what the character or the picture from the setting is on the cube, the students will have to describe the character or setting. So say we were reading The Three Little Pigs, the student rolls the cube and the picture of the straw house is rolled. The students will describe what it is and how it relates to the story. If the student says the first pig built this house and then the wolf blew it down, it shows that the student understood the text based on the picture. So when deciding what kind of evidence I was going to use to determine whether or not the students would understand that the illustrations in the book relate to the text, I thought about what four-year-olds are capable of accomplishing, because this is a pre-K standard. If you give them a task that requires too many steps, it will be hard for them to complete the task. And then I thought about my current students and what kind of activities they like to complete. So currently my students love to draw. So being able to draw a scene from the book that is similar to the original illustration proves that they understand the overall goal. And the story cube is also good evidence to determine whether or not the students understand, because they have to explain the reasoning as to why the picture relates to the story. And this activity doesn't require any sitting down or paper and pencil tasks. And then other evidence is a story ball. So you get a big beach ball and you write the essential questions on the beach ball, and then you pass the beach ball around the classroom, and the students get to pick a question that they want to answer. And if they answer correctly, the students show understanding. And then you can have the students create a wanted poster. So the student will draw the character in the book that is considered the villain. For example, in The Three Little Pigs, the villain is the big bad wolf. And this is my evidence for ELA writing. So the writing was to have the students be able to describe what happens in the beginning, middle, or end, describe the order of events. So the first evidence would be to create a book. The students will have to create a 3-page illustration book. Students will have to draw what happens in the beginning, middle, and end. And then the second performance task is sequence matching. So students will be given cards with pictures on it from the story, and they will have to put the cards in sequential order. And a lot of my reasoning as to why I picked these specific tasks as evidence is because of my current students. They like to be creative and draw, and they prefer hands-on activities rather than paper and pencil tasks. And all these tasks my students are able to understand and complete.